So, are you ready for the last performer before the break? And then we're having a break and then 2 more performers. Are you ready for this? Yes! And I have the worst French in the universe, so I love that this is her name. So give a big applause to Claire Lefebvre.
So, I have a confession to make. I know you came here to relax and have a good time, but I'm actually here for business. This is my business outfit. You know what they say, you should always dress for the job you want, not the job you have. And obviously, I want to be the dancing girl emoji. But this is capitalist hell, and I've been told that's not a real job, whatever. So I had to come up with a plan B. And here we are. Let's talk business. I actually have an excellent business proposal in mind, but the thing is I kind of need all of you here to help me make it happen. Because you all are my perfect target audience. And it's not every night that you find yourself in a room full of your potential customers. So I know you came for the little gay jokes, but I'm gonna put you to work. Because you're not the boss of me, I'm the boss of you. So are you ready to hear about the greatest idea I ever had that is not gonna make me, but also a lot of you here, very rich and famous? Okay, hear me out. DYKE. In my imagination, that's when my epic PowerPoint presentation would begin, with the title in the back, some smoke machine, maybe 1 or 2 fireworks. But I don't have any investors yet, so just use your imagination. Okay? Once again, DYKE. What is a DYKE? Well, I'm so glad you asked. DYKE is a reality TV show where hot and competent queers go on an adventure. Every episode takes them further on a thrilling hike up a hostile mountain where they must show courage and survival skills in order to overcome a series of nature-related challenges. Super sexy, hyper-capable lesbians, Brokeback Mountain gays, out-butching one another in the wild. Swimming in ice-cold rivers, rock climbing in tight harnesses, and sweating through their flannel shirts as they chop wood for the campfire, looking at the camera like this. Hot, right? But wait, there's a twist. On the first episode, each professional nature dyke gets paired up with a useless city femme like myself. Because yes, it's hot to watch super skilled homo build stuff with their bare hands. But it's much more entertaining to watch me, Faris, Steffi Stankovic, and a bunch of manicured gay dads fight for our life in the wild without Wi-Fi. Think Naked and Afraid meets Millennial Snowflake meets Married at First Sight. It's all the worst kind of trash TV put together at one with a giant rainbow sprinkle on top. It's binge watch perfection. And I need all of you to help me make it happen. Because we deserve cringe reality TV just like straight people have. Right? We also have a right to see the worst of ourselves represented on a screen. And not through a heteronormative gaze that tries to sell us the idea that all queers want to assimilate, get married, and find the one. No, we have our own perfectly dysfunctional relationship models to work with. Thank you very much. Let us be poly-insecure. Let's be unethical sluts on TV, for the community. I really think there's a huge gap in the market, Like, I wasted so much time watching Princess Charming, the TV sensation, where a bunch of German lesbians spent an entire summer asking each other, "Fühlst du dich wohl mit mir?" Ja, ich fühle mich mit dir sehr wohl. Und du, fühlst du dich mit mir wohl oder nicht wohl? Wie wichtig ist für dich Sex? Ist es sehr wichtig oder wichtig oder nicht? It was like watching paint dry and your pussy at the same time. Germans, no offense, not famously good at flirting. Lesbians, not the best track record either. Like, the way it usually goes if you like somebody is that you spend 6 months ignoring them, and then the next 2 years resentful because they didn't notice your undying love. That's not a sustainable mass entertainment model. That's not gonna break the internet. Unless we would put together a film crew capable to portray the excruciatingly slow build-up of queer romance. Imagine cameras zooming in on hands, tantalizingly sliding towards one another. Knees almost touching in slow motion. A look from across the room, and then a look away. And then another look, and then a look away. So anyone here up for the job? Right? Maybe you look like you would be able to capture the subtle erotic tension of a tent door getting unzipped. Or maybe you seem like you could grasp the, delicate eroticism of a mountain bike getting its wheel pumped with air, growing bigger and harder with every pulsing motion. And if anyone here can make a sleeping bag look sexy, call me because we need help. Thank you. I forgot what came next because I got so excited about the sleeping bag. Sophia, I need my assistant, but don't worry, there's a DYKE crew. Thank you. I don't have pockets. Of course. I also can't bend over because this is a wardrobe malfunction waiting to happen, so maybe you want to hold on to this for me, just for a second. Don't make me bend over, I beg you. Thank you. So besides the lazy camera work, I also think that a lot of queer TV shows are conceptually weak because luxury villas and private pools with nothing to do all day is not where dykes thrive as a group. you know. That's where I thrive, but it's different. I'm a late bloomer, you know. It already took me 30 years to come out. You can't also expect me to come outdoors. Like, that's just taking it too far, you know. And of course, sometimes, you know, I've had my doubts, like my imposter syndrome kicks in, you know, my inner saboteur, as some might say. You know, I'm like, okay, I don't know anyone at Netflix. I'm not Beth Porter, the real boss of all of us. You know, I don't know if I can pull this off. And like a small, but perhaps crucial detail, I in fact know nothing about nature. Like the only bears I'm familiar with are wearing leather chaps in a dark room. Like, but that's okay, because that's where you come in. Because you, PCCC friends, will be the stars of DYKE. Yes, I believe in your Austrian potential to thrive in the mountains. You know, you've been raised in frozen lakes. You know, Regenhose are basically your second skin. I mean, I know someone here who knows someone who's a canoe instructor. And I would bet money that at least half of you here already own a pair of Wanderschuhe. And that some of you might even be wearing them right now. I mean, you just never know when the next hike is gonna start. I mean, you know, let me prove my point. Could we have a bit of light on the audience, please? So, who here feels confident that they would be able to pitch a tent in an hour? Raise your hand. Okay. See what I mean? Anyone feels like they could do it in 30 minutes? Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, anyone feels like they could do it in 15 minutes or less with a bit of an adrenaline rush, a camera in your face, and your mean femme teammate covered in mosquito bites yelling at you from across the field? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, casting done. We're good to go. You know, we are ready to make magic. Because, you know about nature, and I know about TV. And I've been very committed to this process. You know, I've watched 1,268 episodes of The Real Housewives. That's not a joke, I have counted, and that's about 2 months of my life I will never get back. You know, I've also seen every season of The Kardashians and all of RuPaul's Drag Race. And if you think that's extreme, these are only my, you know, palatable mainstream TV shows. I'm not talking about my more controversial TV, like Bridal Plasty, where brides-to-be compete with one another to win as many plastic surgery procedures as possible before the big day. And the winner will only meet her fiancé again at the altar after her full recovery, looking like a completely different person. Or MILF Manor. In MILF Manor, a group of horny cougars gather in a villa to date hot young men who will become their summer flings. But what they don't yet know is that these sexy juvenile bachelors are also their own sons. So they're now stuck in a villa dating each other's adult children. You know? What could possibly go wrong? But don't worry, whatever twisted scenario straight people came up with, we will go filthier. Because we come up with drama that they couldn't even begin to wrap their heads around. You know, there will be weekly community plenums to decide who goes home. There will be 10 butches crying around the fire pit at any time. There will be radar challenges where the teams need to discuss whether the partnership is working well or if they should renegotiate the constellations. And of course, there will be exes that are also your best friends, coming to ask you how you really feel. It's gonna get real. Emotional roller coasters, gut-wrenching cliffhangers, and pure gay chaos. Because drama is what we do. Together, we will put the camp back in camping. And in case some of you still have some doubts, if you're still wondering about the financial viability of this business plan of mine, fear not. I have thought of everything. If Steffi, Steffo, and Sir Gaylord would join me on the stage, please. Just a moment. Let us introduce you. We're almost ready. To the DYKE merch prototype. Yes, classic, solid, beautiful. You know this sweet spell. You want one of those t-shirts. You would pay for one of those t-shirts, right? Great. And when this gets produced, everybody gets a t-shirt. So are you ready to see DYKE? Are you ready? Great. So when I say DYKE, you say hike. DYKE. Hike. DYKE. Hike. DYKE. Hike. Thank you. Great job. Excellent meeting. See you after the break. Thank you.
Claire Lefebvre! Claire